Hello, hi, and welcome to our YouTube channel Rise and Maths Classes. I am Priyansh. I welcome all the viewers and subscribers to our channel. In today's video, or we can say that the second part of the chapter Agriculture or Social Study NCERT class 10, we are going to discuss about that chapter. So in this chapter, we are going to know about some major crops that are grown in India and some basic factors along with them. So let's start our today's video with the previous chapter, agriculture. So as I told you, I am going to know you about the major crops found in India or which we can use as a commercial crop also. So in this topic, we are going to describe it on the basis of food giving and non-food giving as I have written. So let's start with the first major crop which is used as a commercial crop also. So the first one is rice. So rice is one of the most grown crop in India. I will show you a map. From that you can easily understand the areas which are cultivating more rice. So what are the properties of rice? Rice is a rich source of carbohydrate and fat. So it is basically used for making some food like which have more consumption of fat and carbohydrates. So where it is being found or which type of climatic condition or we can say the geographic condition it requires. So basically it is a kind of kharif crop. Why it is kharif crop? So in my previous video I have told you kharif crops are the crops which required more water than other two, means Rabi and Zaid crops. It required more crops or we can say that more water from both remaining. So the climatic condition means the temperature. I have written in the short form. So how much temperature it requires? So it requires a temperature minimum up to 25 degrees Celsius, and rainfall means how many centimeter of rainfall it requires. So basically it requires more than 100 centimeter of rainfall, and as I told you it is a kharif crop. So this is the properties of rice, and I will show you a map so you can easily understand the areas in which the rice production is more or in the areas the rice production is less. So this is whole about the rice topic or we can say the rice crop. So I will give you a short recapitulation of this also. So the rice is one of the rich source of carbohydrate and fat. It requires more than 25 degrees of Celsius in temperature, 100 centimeter of rainfall, and it is a kind of kharif season as it requires more rain or we can say that it requires more water. So this is rice. Now the second major crop is wheat. So wheat can be determined as the second most cropped or we can say that most produced crop in India. So it basically requires which type of geographic condition. So first of all we are going to know which type of crop it is, Rabi, Kharif or Zaid. So basically it is a Rabi crop. What is Rabi crop? So who does not see my previous video of agriculture part 1? So first of all I request all of the viewers to see that video first of all, and then you get a quick knowledge about this chapter or we can say that this part of major crop, that what are Rabi crops, what are Kharif crops, how can we determine Zaid crop different from Rabi and Kharif. So these all things I have described in my previous video of agriculture part 1. So I request all of you to see it first of all. So it is a Rabi crop. So what is a Rabi crop? Rabi crop is mainly that required less water than the Kharif crop. So I have told you that the Kharif crop required 100 to more than 100 centimeter of rain. So it required less than, means 50 to 75. I have written 50 centimeter and up to more. And temperature I have written here there 25. So it required most of the heat as it is grown till December and being harvested till May, June. So it requires more than the temperature of 30 degrees of Celsius. So I will show a map on your screen that the major part of the India which cultivate or which known for the cultivation of best quality of wheat. So you can easily determine that which part of India or which state is popular for basically the wheat production and its quality. So this is all about the wheat. I will give a quick recapitulation of this also. So wheat is a rabi crop, means it required less water than the kharif, or we can say that it required less water than rice crop. So temperature. The temperature it requires more than 30 degree of Celsius. Rain minimum 50 centimeter, or we can say that 50 to 75 or less than 100. So this is all about the wheat, and the next one, let us see what it is. So the third most important crop grown in India which is commercially used is millet. So basically millet are of different kinds. So there are mainly 3 or 4 kinds of millets. Basically first one is jowar, bajra and ragi. These all are the major millets produced in India. So which type of crop it is? It is basically kharif crop. Which type of crops? Kharif crops. So this kind of crops requires more water. As I told you that kharif crop required more water than rabi and zaid crops. So basically the temperature required for growing of millet or for the growth of millet is near 30 degrees Celsius, and the rainfall it requires rainfall up to 80 centimeter, means less than the rice. Rice requires 100 centimeter of annual rainfall and it requires 80 centimeter of annual rainfall. So let's take an example of ragi. Ragi is rich in iron, multi-nutrition, and it is the most callable as roughage. So what are roughage? Means roughage are the food type like carbohydrate and fats. So what does it mean? Roughage means it does not have any type of calories, but it gives us protein, iron and micronutrients. So especially ragi is an roughage, so it is rich in iron, protein, fibers and some micronutrients are also found in ragi. So it is the best source of all the nutrition. So these are the millets. So a short recap of this also. So millets are basically of many types. We are going to know about 3 or 4. So basically corn, jowar, bajra and ragi are the main millets grown in India. It requires a temperature between or near 30 degrees Celsius. It requires 80 centimeter of annual rainfall, and it is a kharif crop as it requires more water and can be cultivated in the monsoon season. So these all are the example or the characteristics of millet crops in India especially. Now let's start with the fourth one, that is maize. Maize is fourth most crop in India. So basically what it is, maize can be determined in terms of corn. So what are the characteristic features of this? So basically it is a kharif crop. So what are the characteristics of kharif crop? Kharif crop is basically requires more water. As I told you in my previous video that it requires, means the kharif crop requires more water. So from this we can understand that if it requires more water, then it requires a large number of rainfall and less temperature. So this is a trick for learning. I have told you this. This is a short trick about this. So temperature, it requires minimum 25 degrees Celsius and requires more than 75 centimeter of rainfall. So from this you can understand that the crop is kharif, so it requires more rain and less number of temperature, means it requires less temperature, and more rain, means more water. Now, let us understand the qualities of maize. Maize is the hub house of protein, calcium, and fibers, along with some amount of carbohydrate and fat. So, it is a rich source, or we can say that it is an energy craving crop. So, it is essential for us to have it. So, a short recapitulation of this also. So, the maize is one of the fourth most cropped grain in India. It requires more rainfall, 75 centimeter of rainfall annually. Means in the whole season it requires 75 centimeter of rainfall. And it is a kharif crops. So from the third term, means the third characteristics, you can easily get the first and second, and from the first and second term you can easily get that which season is required from the given temperature and rain, or we can say that the given clues that which type of season it requires to grow. So this is all about the maize. Let's see the pulse. Now let us talk about the last type of grain, or the fifth type, that is pulses. So pulses are neither P Kharif nor B Rabi, means it is not Zaid also. So some of the pulses can be even required large number of water, and it can also be produced with the less number of water, and same in the temperature. So means it can be either grown in the Kharif season and Rabi season. But if we provide more water and we give less temperature, the pulse quality and its quality also be increased and make more profit to the farmers. So we are going to put it in terms of Kharif. It requires more than 35 or near 35 degree of Celsius and 90 centimeter of rainfall. So apart from this, pulse is also very important in the nature, as pulse is helping in the fixation of nitrogen, or we can say that atmospheric nitrogen. In science we have studied nitrogen cycle. In that, nitrogen fixation is a term. So nitrogen fixation can be done more effectively, or we can say that the pulses can do it more regardlessly. So the nitrogen fixation can be most done by the crops rather than anyone. So it is most important terms, and that is why it is rich in protein, rich in fiber, rich in iron, and some fats also, and carbohydrate in very little amount. So there are different kinds of pulses. We have studied tur, moong, urad, etc. Even we have many more. So these all are the examples of pulses, and the whole qualification, or we can say that whole ability of the crop is shown in this side of the board. So a short recapitulation of this, that pulses are of many kinds, as I told you: tur, urad, moong, arhar, and many more. So it requires temperature more than or near 35 degrees Celsius. It required more than 90 centimeter of annual rainfall. It can be both Kharif and Rabi. So this is all about the pulses, and I will tell you some more examples. That sugarcane is food giving rather than grains. In the previous video, means in this video, the previous lectures of the different grams I have taken. So this is rather than grams. So we have sugarcane, means sugarcane for sugar. For jaggery also we are using it, and it is the most usable commercial example of food giving non-grain crop. So this is one of the most popular example. Now we are going to know about the non-food product, or we can say that in the non-food product we are going to put the fiber, means the plant which give us fiber. So basically I will tell you that in what topic we are going to know. We are going to know about the jute, cotton and many more. So let's see how many kinds we are going to study. Now let's start with the non-food giving crops. So basically we are going to know about the three kinds: rubber, cotton and jute. These all three are enough for non-food crops. So basically let's start with the rubber. Rubber is a kharif crop. It requires 200 centimeter of rain and 25 degrees Celsius of temperature. So basically what does the rubber do? Rubber is basically used to making more items, like we are using tires and tubes in the vehicles, means the transportation sectors. In education sector we are using erasers and many more things, like we are using pipes. They are also made up of rubber. The rubber boot we are using in rainy season, the rubber gloves the electrician is using. So these all are the uses of rubber in our daily life. And rubber is one of the most important crop which is grown in India and all over the world. So it is vastly used for using in the electric appliances or by the electricians, as it is the bad conductor of electricity. So the most electrician use rubber gloves while doing the work of electricity. So there are less chance to get a shock during their work. So this is about the rubber. A short recapitulation of this, that rubber is an important crop grown in India and all over the world, basically for study or education sector, for transportation sector, and even in the electrician sectors, means in which we are using electricity. So these are the examples that why our electricity is used for rubber, means why electricity requires rubber material or rubber gloves. So this is the examples of rubber. Rubber requires 25 degrees Celsius, means less temperature, high rainfall, and it is of kharif crop. Now the second one is cotton. Cotton requires high temperature near and above 35 degrees Celsius. It required less rainfall, but it is more than enough, means it required 80 centimeter, and it is a kind of rabi crop. Cotton. So let's start with the cotton. Basically in Hindus, cotton is used to make lamps in the worshipping of God. Cotton is used in hospitals for maintaining the cleanliness during any operation. Cotton is used to make pillows, bed sheets, sweaters and cloths also. So it covers all the secondary sectors. So this is the geographic condition required by the cotton, means it requires high temperature, it requires more rainfall than enough, it is a rabi crop. So it is about the cotton. Let us see the jute one. Now the third and the last one is the jute. Jute required more temperature, it required more rainfall, and it is a kharif crop. So jute, you have seen that in India, the grain which we have studied in the food item, that wheat, rice and pulses, are being packed in a brown color bag which is made up of jute. So it is a very important factor that it is the secondary sectors part, means it required, means it is giving its service to the primary sector, means agriculture. It is also being in the primary sector, but can be said that it is doing the work of the secondary sector, means it is giving service to the primary, means in primary we have agriculture, means farming. So this is jute. Jute required more temperature, 30 degrees Celsius, more rainfall, 100 centimeters annually. It is a kharif crop. So it is all about the non-food product. Now, and really important part, that is for the low class, or we can say that the poor people. So the poor people, they are not able to have such proteinous food which is very costly. So how they survive or how they maintain their immunity balance? So for this, the government has organized a term that is known as FCI, Food Corporation of India. FCI stands for Food Corporation of India. It is a branch of government that ensures that every citizen beyond their area having a well-nourished food till morning to the night time, means the supper time, means it needs a lot of hard work for this type of work. So the Food Corporation of India, using a term for the nutrition purpose or for the giving of the nutrition purpose to the lower class or to the poor people, that is BPL system. Now what is this BPL system? BPL system stands for below poverty line. So the government has decided that a person who is earning more than 45 rupees in a day is termed in the category of above poverty line. More than 45 rupees, more than, or if he is not able to earn 45 rupees, or if he is earning 44 rupees per month, it is termed to be in below poverty line, that is BPL. So in the BPL system, a list of people is decided so that the FCI, means the Food Corporation of India, face more easier to solve the problem of food scarcity or protein scarcity. So these two are the most important factor and can be asked in your exam, that what is FCI, means Food Corporation of India, what is BPL system, means below poverty line. How can we differentiate that who are in below poverty line and who are in above poverty? So the poverty line can be decided as the person who is not earning 45 rupees per day can be termed in the below poverty line, and who is earning more than 45 can be termed in above poverty. So we have completed our some short. Now with the completion of BPL and FCI, we have completed our the fourth chapter, that is agriculture. So I request all the viewers who are seeing this video and who is new to this page, please press the subscribe button which is below there, you can see that, and after that, after when you subscribe our channel, the bell icon come just beside it, press them and you can see all personalized and none. Please set the bell icon at all so that you can get our latest update of video, that which video have put in latestly. So till then, don't forget to subscribe our channel, like, share and comment your doubts and the comments which we require to more about our channel. You can also comment us that also, that which kind of change we have to do in our teaching method and for our channel. So don't forget to subscribe, like and share your comments to us. Until then, thank you and have a wonderful day.
Sorry, it's DJ.